Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cuts Reactions, and my name's Greg, and it's late here, and I've already posted all my videos for today and all that shit, but I kind of felt like listening to some more music. I just got back from my oldest grandkid's birthday party. It's it's bizarre, he's 15. It's amazing how quickly time flies. But so anyway, I wanted to listen to some Joni Mitchell, and this is a live concert that she did at the Gene Autry Museum in Los Angeles, which I thought was terrifically weird, but nonetheless, this is in '95, so it's kind of a bit later than her late '60s, early '70s stuff. And when I saw her in concert, she was with a full band, Tom Scott and the LA Express, and it was really good, but here it's like back to the old days in a way. It's just her and her guitar, so it should be good. So I'll play, I don't know, a few songs. I'll see. There's Refuge of the Roads to start out with, and then Being Roy, which I think is just her talking, and then Sex Kills and Moon at the Window, and I don't know how far I'll get. I'll just play some of this and see. So anyway, here we go, Joni Mitchell.
Now I'm going to have to tune this one string. It's going to drive me crazy. I met a friend, a spirit, a drunk with sage's eyes. I sat before his sanity. I was holding back from crying. He saw my complications, and he mirrored me back simplified. And we laughed how our perfection would always be denied. And humor and humility, he said, will lighten up your heavy load. And he sent me then to the refuge of the roads. I fell in with some drifters, cast upon a beach town, Winn-Dixie cold cut thieves, highway hand-me-downs. And I wound up fixing dinner for them in Boston, Jim. I well up with affection, thinking back down the roads to him. The nets were overflowing in the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, they were overflowing in the refuge of the roads. There was spring along the ditches. There were good times in the cities. Oh, radiant happiness, it was all so light and easy. till I started analyzing, and I brought on my old ways. A thunderhead of judgment was gathering in my gaze. And it made most people nervous. They just didn't want to know what I was seeing in the refuge of the roads. I pulled off into a forest, crickets clicking in the ferns. Like a wheel of fortune, I heard my fate turn, turn, turn. And I went running down a white sand road, running like a white-ass deer, running to lose the blues to the innocence in here. These are the clouds of Michelangelo, muscular with gods and sun gold. Shine on your witness in the refuge of the roads. In a highway service station over the month of June was a photograph of the earth taken coming back from the moon. And you couldn't see a city on that marble bowling ball, or a forest, or a highway, or me here least of all. You couldn't see these cold water restrooms, or this baggage overload, westbound and rolling, taking refuge in the roads. Thank you very much. Well, I got a room full of friends here and ticket winners here and record company people here. I want to thank you all for coming and thank everyone out there in Radioland for tuning in, but I'm just thrilled to be here at the Gene Autry Museum because my generation, I think we all had a hero in one of the singing cowboys, because that was before rock and roll, so these were the guys, you know. This was like, so I brought my cutout of Roy Rogers here. I think Gene will forgive me. And the evidence of the worship here. You know, when I was a kid, I had a hard time. The girls in my neighborhood were pretty tough, and although they were playing pretty much the traditional games, it was kind of hard to play dollies with them because, you know, they go, my dolly walks and talks and yours doesn't. Or my dolly wets and yours doesn't. Whatever it was the latest movable part. I usually didn't have it. So, and if you played imaginary dress-up, that was pretty rough too. I remember one time with Sandy, we were playing imaginary dress-up, and I said, I am wearing a gold lame gown and I am descending a diamond staircase. And she said, no, you're not, I am. So there was this big fight that ensued over that. So I bought a cap pistol. And with a cap pistol, the boys would let you play. There was always some kind of part. They'd come to the door and they'd say, come on, Joan, get your gun. We're playing war. You can be the German. So I get out there and they'd shoot me right away. I'd be lying on the ground saying, can I get up yet? Not yet, you're dead. So frequently when the weather was good and you could walk around in your shirt sleeves, the boys played Roy Rogers, and they always chose a new Roy like every couple of days. And so I kind of wanted to be Roy because Roy was the at least for one day, Roy for a day, it was like he was the playwright and he was the director and he picked the locations. And a lot of times the guys, they just play up to the end of the block. They didn't venture out too much. And I happened to know over by Alexander School there was a ravine with a little weathered footbridge there. It was just great for ambushes and battle scenes. And so I would say to them from time to time, well, why can't I be Roy today? And I'd always get the same answer. They go, you can't because you're a girl. So when I was, 8 or 9, I guess, whenever this was taken, that Christmas I asked for a Roy Rogers suit. Well, as you can see, they gave me half of it. They missed the boots, but I've got them now, huh? So anyway, the first good shirt sleeve weather when the boys were finished with hockey, I came out in this costume here and I said, let me be Roy today. And I was full of ideas, And they said, well, you can't, I said, why not? Well, because you're a girl. And I said, yeah, but look, it says on my hat right here, Roy Rogers, and it says on my shirt right here, Roy Rogers. Well, that doesn't mean you're Roy Rogers. That means you're Dale Evans. Well, why? Well, because you're wearing Roy's clothes. Well, what does she do? Well, she stays home and cooks. Come on, man. So I can cook pretty good, but this is a secret between you and me. Don't tell anybody that because I'd rather be part of the posse. Indian chiefs with their old beliefs know that the balance is undone. the office, the rapist in the pool, oh, and the tragedies in the nurseries, little kids packing guns to school, the ulcerated ozone, these tumors of the skin, it's a hostile sun beating down on the massive mess we're in, and the gas leaks, and the oil spills, and sex sells everything. Sex kills. Oh, sex kills. Sex kills. Sex kills. Sex Betsy's blue, she says, tell me something good. You know I'd help her out if I only could. Oh, but sometimes the light can be so hard to find. At least the moon at the window, the thieves left. People don't know how to love. They taste it and toss it. Turn it off and on like a bathtub faucet. Oh, sometimes the light can be so hard to find. At least the moon at the window, the thieves left that behind. I wish her heart. I know these battles deep in the dark when the spooks of memories rattle. Ghosts of the future, phantoms of the past. Rattle, rattle, rattle in the spoon and the glass.
I'll go ahead and stop it there. I don't like to hear the crowd noise. That was that was so cool. I mean, first of all, the first song, "Refuge of the Roads," I love that song, but sitting there and really listening to it and listening to the lyrics, and they're so they're so personal, and she talks about the complexities, and it's it's a very good song, but she definitely uh, talks about herself in very honest ways, which is very cool. And then the Bean Roy was hilarious, and with the whole thing, it seems like she's just being so playful, and it's so much fun. And yeah, "Sex Kills" was an intense song, really, really good. I mean, she's going from the very personal stuff, to the song about social issues and things, and "Moon at the Window" was a really complex song. It's almost like uh, her music is more mature here than when she was younger. It's more complex in some ways, I guess I can say. That's not it's not exactly that, but uh, some of the melody things that she was doing there were complex, and the earlier stuff that she had, I mean, it was beautiful, and I loved it, and it's probably the stuff I loved the most. The stuff back in the '60s and early '70s, but it had an innocence about it, which by '95 wasn't quite there anymore. But yeah, I've always loved Joni Mitchell, and uh, she recently did a concert, which is very cool. She's old and infirm, and her voice is shot, and but she's still there, still doing it. So I just thought that was wonderful, and everybody that was at that was so happy to play with her. But anyway, some little evening music, and it'll probably be really late by the time I get this shit uploaded and everything. But I will come back to this concert. That was really nice, and the sound was good, and oh, her guitar playing is just clear as a bell. So anyway, I will be back manana, and hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you all later. Bye bye.